Hi, my name is Kathleen Nicole Witomo from Sekolah Ciputra, and this is my personal project. My topic is to influence people to use an electric car. My global context is on scientific and technical innovation because it impacts on scientific and technological advances on communities and environment. As electric car does not produce greenhouse gases, there will be an impact on environment as there will be less greenhouse gas emission. An impact on how humans adapt environment to their needs. Inquiry question: what is electric car? How does the electric car battery work? Does electric car have better impact on the environment? An electric car is an alternative fuel automobile that uses electric motor for propulsion. Battery electric vehicles use energy stored in a battery pack to power an electric motor to run the wheel. Research has shown that electric cars are better for the environment as it does not produce gas. Conventional vehicles are a major pollution contributor, producing significant amount of nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, and other pollution. There are solutions. We can limit toxic pollutants, smoke, and greenhouse gases by decreasing use of fossil fuels, such as reducing conventional cars. Reducing air pollution not only contributes to a cleaner environment and better human health, but can also slow down the rate of global warming.
Drives our cars, buses, and planes, powers our electricity, and allows us to cook our food and heat our water. Most of today's energy needs are met by fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas. These unique, high-energy fuels are non-renewable resources that took millions of years to form. About 2 billion years ago, marine organisms like algae and microscopic animals and plants died and settled on the ocean floor. Beneath other sediments in the ocean, and in the absence of oxygen, these fossils changed into a substance called kerogen. Under heat and pressure, kerogen gradually changes into oil or gas. The whole process usually takes at least 1 million years.
Because of this, I got inspired to make an electric car, and this is my product that represents an electric car. My product is a car that has been modernized and turned into a hand-sized electric car. The wheels are made of plastic, body is made of wood, the machine and wire were made of metal, but the wire has been wrapped by rubber. And this product reflects the SMART goal because the product has achieved all the goals that I set. The battery in my product replaced the electricity. Electric car can reduce the emission that contribute to climate change and smoke, improving public health and reducing ecological damage. Charging your electric car on renewable energy such as solar or wind minimizes this emission even more, and it even saves you money, as electricity to charge the electric car works out around a third as much per kilometer as buying petrol for the same vehicle. Strength and challenge. My strength is to manage the product, able to discuss the project clearly with my supervisor, and achieve all the goals that I set. The challenges is finding the product item. Product takes a long time to complete, and crafting and compiling the product. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Clarissa Priscilla Setanto. I'm from Sekolah Ciputra, and in this video I will be representing my personal project and hope you guys enjoy it. The artist Michelangelo is credited inventing what was centuries later marketed as paint by number. He created the system so students could help him finish up commissioned jobs when he became too busy. Robbins based his idea on Leonardo da Vinci's training scheme to complete the numbering of parts of his canvas for apprentices. He also remembered how Leonardo da Vinci would challenge his own students or apprentices with creative tasks to build each package. Robbins first painted the original artwork, then placed a plastic sheet over it and outlined the outlines for each hue and shade. A number and corresponding color were then assigned to each section. At a time when American people had more time to participate in recreational activity, and the idea soon became a cultural sensation. My topic is about paint by numbers. My goal is to create a paint by numbers kit, which is a painting that is divided into shapes and each of them is labeled with multiple numbers of different colors. The kit comes with a brush, paper, and canvas that has already listed numbers and outlines designed, as well as a variety of paint colors inside a small container. I chose this because nowadays many people enjoy painting very much, but they may not be that skillful to make one beautiful painting. The project is focused on personal and cultural context. I choose this global context because many people cannot paint professionally, which they will not appreciate art. So by making paint by numbers, I want to help the least artistic people to create professional looking depictions so they can enjoy their creativity and also appreciate the aesthetics. Also, by painting, people can explore and express their ideas, feelings, and thoughts. Here are the inquiry questions, including factual, conceptual, and debatable questions.
With the caseload. Portugal now closing its borders for 2 weeks to curb the virus. Its nationwide lockdown has been extended until February the 14th. And officials say that hospitals don't have much space left for new patients. CNN went to a medical facility near Lisbon that is inundated with patients. Anissa Suarez has that story.
So due to this pandemic, we need to stay at home to slow the spread of the virus. During this pandemic, many people are bored at home. People are concerned about the COVID-19. However, we shouldn't feel too hopeless because painting will help people to reduce their stress about the COVID-19, and it is the perfect thing to keep people busy. Painting by numbers will improve your painting skills because it is a technique to exercise your skills in painting. I found out that there are a lot of benefits from painting by numbers, such as relieving stress and anxiety, to appreciate the beauty of art. It also teaches patience and helps to boost memories. So here's what my final product looks like. So my final product is a kit that comes with canvas that had been outlined with a design, 3 sizes of brushes, and also listed numbers and a variety of paint colors inside a small container, as well as a nail so that people can hang it on the wall. The strength I had was drawing the design of paint by numbers, and I was able to use my thinking skills, communication, and social skills. Lastly, I was able to maintain the quality of my product. The challenges that I had was mixing colors, which is hard for me because I had never done it before. Also, I cannot do painting.
This is my personal project, and right now I'm going to show you what my personal project is going to be about by doing a presentation. So, so the topic of the personal project itself, or like the goal of this project, is to make a relaxing music that can help students and other people, mostly the people who's related to have problem with stress related stuff, and also a bit more those anxiety and also people who have a bit hard time to sleep. So with this project of mine, I will try to make a music, relaxing music that is that can help students and any other people with, to relax more while they're studying or maybe working or maybe trying to sleep. So for the global context of this project will be the global is a it'll be personal and culture expression. By personal, I mean it express myself personally on how I play the pieces of the song and also how the melody and the chord will be. For culture expression, it's just pretty much myself. So the inquiry questions like such as factual, what are the instruments used in the music? Um, those instruments are used mostly. I use them with piano, a bit of harp, a bit of violin. I'm also planning to use like to add a bit of backup vocal to make that to make the like to make it more full instead of like empty. Well, for the conceptual, will it sound good? In my point of view, it actually sounds okay, and I did ask a bunch of people for their feedback, and they say it's okay and it's nice to listen to. It's like since it's a bit more relaxed and also it helps them relax more. Is it debatable? Will it help relax the mind? Some of the some of the people who I interviewed or like who I asked for their feedback, they have different opinions. Since some of them say it's good, it helps. They're like into those mellow genre, while some of them are say it's like it's a good song, but it's like it's not their type of song. So it depends on the person itself. So this is the link that you can click for if you want to see the preview of the video itself or the audio of the music. It's only just a 30-second audio. It's like it just show you a clip of the music itself, like the before like the final product. So it's just the beginning of the project itself. So the strength and challenges I face while doing this product is for the strength, planning the product was not that hard since I already have everything like in my mind, and also it's like I just need to execute it to the keyboard and to make a better plan on how when will like how will I submit it or where shall I upload it, and also what kind of melody and chords do I want to play. uh, and the other strength that I have is since I already have a bunch of musical instrument in my home, so it's easier for me to actually execute this project itself. I just need to buy a bit more stuff like mixer or mic to make the quality better and also reduce less background noise and also add more effect. Um, other thing is like I've been studying this particular genre for a couple of years, like for a couple of months too, a couple of years. So I'm positive that I'm I will have not that much of a problem on doing this kind of project. Over the challenges is it's a bit hard to think about the chords itself, but then again, once you get to know it better, it's like just it just goes from there. Um, the other thing that I found hard is time management since I don't have that much time to actually focus on that particular project since I have my own stuff to do too. Um, I also find also hard to find another new innovative idea to make it more eye catching and also to make it more to the audience taste. So it's a bit hard to think about it. And that's conclude my presentation. Thank you for listening to the presentation. Thank you and hope you like the audio.
Hey guys, my name is Mike Kentanza from the class 10D of Scholar Chiputra. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about my personal project. Because of the pandemic, I was told to create an online video of it. So stay tuned to the video. So for this year's personal project, I decided to create an AMV, which is a short for anime music video. So based on my research, anime is viewed badly or like useless or sometimes even vulgar. So by creating this anime music video, I hope for promoting the anime culture and also giving them options for a stress reliever. I'd like to show them how good of a stress reliever, how efficient it is for students or anyone who's coping with stress in general. So my personal project relates to the global context of personal and cultural expression. So personal and cultural expression explores the ways in which we discover and express ideas, feelings, nature, culture, beliefs, and values, the ways in which we reflect on, extend, and enjoy our creativity, our appreciation of the aesthetics. So, why does my personal project, my product, relates to this? How? Well, believe it or not, there is a thing called anime culture. Yeah, crazy. Well, I'm trying to promote this anime culture since, as I said before, anime is viewed poorly here, especially in the around the world, not here, especially here. Yeah, around the world, it's viewed as something bad. Like sometimes it's called childish. As I said before, there's a lot of things. So I'm trying to change that, well, for the better. So my three inquiry questions are: what are usually the cause of student stress? The second question is: how can entertainment help reduce stress? And third question is: do entertainment help reduce stress? Well, throughout this video, I've been blabbering about an AMV, anime music video, and things like that. Well, what's the point if you guys don't even know what an AMV is? So, an AMV is a fan-made music video consisting of clips from one or more Japanese animated shows, movies, or series set to an audio track, often songs or promotional trailer audio. Without further ado, this is my AMV. Creating this AMV, I was able to understand the concept of video editing pretty quickly. For example, cutting the video, how to work with audio, how to add titles, when to add titles, and also when and how to add effects. In the product, I was also able to connect the beat with the audio well, and I was able to provide them with various animes in the MV. However, it wasn't always going smooth sailing all day. There will always be problems. Well, I wasn't able to be consistent with the video quality. During the beginning, the quality was terrible, and throughout the video it gets better. This was also a problem outside the video because I have trouble on finding where I can download the anime with good qualities and without subtitles are. So enjoy the rest of the AMV.
Hello, my name is Miyajumai and I'm in grade 10 of Sekolah Ciputra. I choose to introduce Japan for my personal project based on my family background. Before I introduce my product, let's see how beautiful Japan is in this video. Based on that video, I want to introduce my personal project, which is Japanese Cultural Pocketbook. This book has a lot of information about Japan, such as traveling spots and recommended souvenirs in each prefecture, Japanese culture, annual events in Japan, calendar, and basic Japanese languages. Related to the global context, which is personal and cultural expression, so I want to help people know and understand Japanese culture and events when they have traveled to Japan. Based on that, my inquiry questions are: what information do visitors commonly ask when they go to Japan? How can I deliver some information to the visitors? And should I deliver in two languages, which are English and Japanese? Personal project makes me have more creativity and create something originally. I have a strong personal interest in Japanese culture because I am half of Japanese and Indonesian citizenship. I want to explore and share a lot about one of my cultures as Japanese. Because as a result of the questionnaire, most of the people answered when they visit Japan, they have a problem with the language barrier, and it was quite hard to communicate because most of the Japanese people couldn't speak English. My Japanese cultural pocketbook has a good design with a lot of pictures which are related to the information. It is easy to read and deliver because it's written in English and Japanese. The product is in a pocket size so the people can bring it easily. I used Access FM as the criterion to make my Japanese cultural pocketbook. I need to get contact with my friends in Japan and my father to get the newest information about Japan. I have never made a Japanese cultural pocketbook before, so I need to be able to do it well enough so that my product looks good. I made this Japanese cultural pocketbook from the information that I got from the internet as the support of the interviews with my friends and my father. I made this product by handwriting. My product has 40 pages with colorful images, drawing, and contains all information that I said before. I made my product size bigger than the usual pocketbook to make the reader easy to read my book. My product contains 47 prefectures, including 2 traveling spots and 2 recommended souvenirs in each prefecture, 3 traditional cultures, 9 annual events, and 12 basic Japanese languages that are recently used for travel in Japan. Through this personal project, I learned a lot about how to manage my time efficiently by making short and long-term plans for my personal project. I also made my goal as my commitment. This is my first time to create a bilingual book which is made by using English and Japanese. Therefore, I need to catch up with my friends in Japan and my father to follow the newest update in Japan. Instead of doing my personal project, I have to be responsible with my schedule as a student in Sekolah Ciputra. That was the hardest part for me. I hope this project can give advantage to all the people who wants to go to Japan. And I also want to say thank you to all the people who support me to make this product. Sayonara!
Hi, my name is Patris from Sekolah Ciputra, Indonesia, and this is my personal project video. My personal project is about creating contemporary art to expand my knowledge about fine arts. For my final product, I decided to go with contemporary painting. The global context that I felt describes my painting the best is personal and cultural expression. Through my project, I got to express my feelings and opinions through art, and I learned to visualize a topic. The inquiry questions that I asked for this project were: what is contemporary art? How can contemporary art connect with an audience? And should contemporary art have meaning? Contemporary art is simply the art of today. Since everyone has a different interpretation of the word today, contemporary art is ever-changing. Generally, people credit the late 60s and early 70s for the start of contemporary art. Although a lot of people mistake contemporary art for modern art, they are both different. Modern art is artwork that was created in the time between 1860s and the 1970s. People refer to it as modern art because art styles and art philosophies of the time period were different from the art created before. During the era of modern art, artists like Pablo Picasso, Claude Monet, Andy Warhol, and Yayoi Kusama used their art as a form of experimentation. With contemporary art, many artists have developed their own unique art styles and have started to mix one art style with several others. Contemporary art is a simpler version of modern art. Styles like pop art, abstract, and street art are a part of both modern and contemporary art, but they have different forms. Nowadays, people like to implement contemporary art into their everyday lives. In the furniture they use, the food they eat, and the clothes they choose to wear. They all have different aspects of contemporary art. The final product that I created is a painting. The painting is titled Nutrients of Love. On the canvas, I painted two bamboo plants with the outlines of people in jars with different volumes and colors of water and different numbers of pebbles. In florography, the bamboo symbolizes strength, health, and flexibility. The people figures in the bamboo symbolize two different love scenarios. The one on the left is hugging and the one on the right has given up. The color of light red or pink represents love. The brown water is meant to symbolize the plant has been forgotten and left to wither. Both jars contain different numbers of pebbles to represent the strength and durability of the relationship. Overall, the painting symbolizes the different outcomes that we get with different efforts and situations in relationships. For this project, I had always been interested in art. My choice for art this year was visual arts, and I have always done well in my visual arts classes. I had little prior knowledge about contemporary art and always hoped I could make artwork with contemporary style. I had already had all the materials and equipment that I needed to create the painting. I was really challenged with painting a lot of the things in the painting because I have never painted stones or clear objects in the past. In the end, the product is still not perfect, but I'm happy I could learn from this project.
Hello, my name is Ethan Anthony from 10D Sekolah Ciputra, and today my video is about my personal project, which is my computer behind me here.
With the coronavirus outbreak, we're all forced to stay at our homes. All activities and events are all cancelled and we're all stuck at home quarantining. Nowadays, we're all forced to work at home. With times like these, people need to use devices to work at home such as tablets, laptops, and computers. Which is why my project relates to the global context known as scientific and technological innovation. These electronic devices allow us to meet with our friends and family, to do our work, and entertain us all while staying safe at home. Due to the sudden high demand of electronics, the prices of electronics soared high on the market. Lots of electronics now is on sale with an overpriced price tag. And with the majority of people not knowing about building their own computer, they will just buy any computer for any price. This is why I decided to build my PC with a price cheaper than the market, but its performance is as good, if not better, than what the market can provide. I also chose this product because I've always wanted to learn how to build my own computer and to learn about its parts and everything else. So my goal is to build a PC that is affordable, yet its performance is on par, if not better, than what the computer market has to offer. So these are my 3 research questions, which are: what are the key elements to a PC? What parts should I get for a PC? And can I make a strong PC with a small budget? All these questions will be answered throughout the video. Throughout my research process, throughout my entire personal project journey, I found out that there are around 6 major or essential component parts of a PC. The first one being the motherboard, the CPU, which stands for Central Processing Unit, the GPU, which stands for Graphics Processing Unit, the PSU, which stands for Power Supply Unit, the RAM, which stands for Random Access Memory, and finally, the PC case to hold everything together. One of the first main parts I'm going to talk about is the motherboard. The motherboard is a circuit board in which the general purpose is to allow communication between many of the crucial electronic components of a system, such as the CPU, the memory, the GPU, and many more. So the motherboard I will be using for my build is known as the ASRock B450M Pro 4. This is a great motherboard as it has a lot of PCIe slots for future upgrades. So the next part will be the CPU, also known as the Central Processing Unit. So the CPU is electronic circuitry within a computer that executes instructions that make up a computer program. So it's basically the brain of the PC. Right, so another main component for my PC will be the GPU, or also known as the Graphics Processing Unit. So the Graphics Processing Unit I have chosen here is the Zotac 1660 Twin Fan. So what is a GPU? A GPU is basically an electronic circuit designed to rapidly manipulate and alter memory to accelerate the creation of images. So I use this in my system so that I can render 3D images in like games faster, so the game can run smoother. So the next part here will be the PSU, or also known as the Power Supply Unit. The Power Supply Unit powers your PC by converting voltage current from your outlets to direct current to your PC. And right now I am using the EVGA 500 watt rods. This is a good choice because these are a good quality power supply that is also cheap, which also helps me with my goal budget, and it also helps me if I want to upgrade my PC in the future, as I still have a lot of watts remaining. So RAM, are also known as Random Access Memory, is a storage for applications to store and access data on a certain basis or at random access, just like the name implies. The RAM I'm using right now is the Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4 16x1GB with a speed of 2666 Hz. So the final part of my PC will be the PC case. The PC case I'm using right now is the NR600 from Cooler Master. The point of the PC case is to hold everything together. I use this NR600 case because it's a very good budget case, as it provides me with 2 fans, a bunch of dust filters for most of the ventilation, and it's a perfect size for my motherboard too. So the actual last part of the PC that I forgot to mention, I'm so sorry about that, is the storage. The storage, you can choose between 2 types of storage, which is the HDD and the SSD. The HDD is a much bigger storage but a much slower one, whereas the SSD is the complete opposite. It's fast, but the storage is very small. I opt for the Seagate Barracuda 2TB in this build as it's much cheaper, and I'm also going for a budget build. So now we get into building the PC. As for me showing you how to build a PC, I will not show you step by step, as there are so many steps to building a PC and it's so sophisticated, it's gonna make the video way too long. So in short, you gotta get everything you can in the motherboard first. That includes the CPU cooler, the RAM, your SSD maybe if you're using one, and then after that, once you're done, you screw it into the case, and then after that you screw in the GPU and also the PSU. Once you do that, you get the cables, you plug in all the cables in the right pins, go watch YouTube or read the manual from the motherboard or the PC case for instructions that will help you. I did that myself. Once you're done with that, go get your any device that includes your Windows installer. Mine will be the USB. So after you install your software, I recommend you should install your drivers so your PC can run smoothly without any errors or crashes. So now I'm gonna talk about my strengths and struggles in this journey. So my strengths is mainly to finish everything actually on the deadline, on time, and I'm glad that my product actually works. I had my doubts, but thank God it works. I think that's my main strengths, but my biggest weakness I think would be my time management. See, during this project I like to procrastinate, but somehow I still manage to finish everything in the deadline. But that's a bad habit and I plan to change that. So during this PP, I made a planner and like some sort of to-do list so that I can stay up to date, and I know what my goals are for like next week or something. And that's it. Thank you for watching my PP video. Sorry for all the stutters and the mistakes I've made, and thank you for watching.
Hi everyone, my name is Sharon Salim and today I'll be showing you my personal project. My topic for this project is how food can be transformed into something healthier and more nutritional. My personal project is focused on globalization and sustainability, specifically about healthy living and lifestyle. I chose this as tapioca pearls are trending everywhere nowadays, from being added in beverages and desserts to being added in pizzas. However, there are many issues and questions about health concerns in beverages and food which contain tapioca pearls. In addition to the amount of sugar inside tapioca pearls, questions are also raised about tapioca pearls with very poor nutritional value and high on carbs, which are also hard to dissolve inside the human body. Tapioca pearls, for example, cause blockage when it builds up within the stomach and may increase the risk of developing diabetes. I also have a strong personal interest in healthy living and lifestyle, especially health concerns about bubble tea, as I am a bubble tea lover myself. Because of that, I would like to find a solution and a safer alternative ingredients to tapioca pearls to reduce the overall health dangers and risks for me and everybody else who loves bubble tea. The 3 inquiry questions that I have includes factual, conceptual, and a debatable question. What are the ingredients and materials that are needed for this project?
how can I achieve the best method or recipe to create my final product? Can this product bring a variety of health benefits when it is consumed? Despite its health concerns, tapioca pearls are popular across the globe and are still being sold worldwide. This is why my ultimate goal is to create a better version of the standard bubble tea available in stores. One that can conveniently digest in the stomach and doesn't contain artificial sugar or syrup sugar that can induce or cause health complications. My strength throughout this project was being able to get the confidence to try numerous product design concepts, where I took the courage to do trials to select the ideal one. Besides that, I have great self-management, where I have excellent time management to balance the time to do the tasks. Between working on the research and the entire product development process, I was able to divide time equally. Another strength was as I had multiple trials to verify my approach, I had input from the tests in each trial, where I took serious note of the feedback provided by others to expand and improve the product. In the end, I was able to create a product that fulfills most of the requirements that I made, where I made unique and interesting duck-shaped tapioca pearls with bright and colorful healthy fruit tea with a range of health benefits, as I used fresh fruits and natural ingredients. There are several challenges and difficulties that I have faced throughout this project. Firstly, I had difficulties with deciding on the variety of flavors for both the tapioca pearl and the liquid tea. Secondly, I had to change the shape of the tapioca pearl from choosing a panda head shape to a duck head shape. I changed the form of the tapioca pearl because I realized after my first trial to create the product, since I use fresh mango fruits to create the pearls, the color is yellow, so it is impossible to make a white colored panda. Because of that, I had to do more research on designing the shape of the tapioca pearl and found the idea of creating duck heads since they are yellow. I concluded that it was the best solution as there were no other better option. I tried it and it was successful in the end. Then, based on the feedback I received from one of the trials, I had to make the tapioca pearls smell tasty and flavorful. I had to make the liquid drink more special and unique. It also has to be more transparent so that the pearls can be visible and stand out better. I did more research to improve my product based on the feedback and explored different recipes for a healthy drink. I tried the different recipes the day after and was able to find the best solution and recipe. Lastly, I had to overcome a problem with finding another plastic packaging for the product, since a bottle isn't the best option to drink tapioca pearls, based on my client's feedback.
Here is my final product. I transformed the original unhealthy bubble tea drink into a healthy and nutritious drink with a variety of health benefits.
And that's it. Thank you for watching my personal project video.
Hello, my name is Shaina from grade 10D, and in this video I'll be explaining about my personal project. Indonesia is known to be one of the most diverse countries with over 5 main islands, 633 recognized ethnic groups, and an abundant amount of culture. Sadly, in the era of globalization, many Indonesian citizens have forgone most of their own culture. So, in this personal project, I wish to remind Indonesian citizens of our own culture and how diverse it is. The global context I have chosen is personal and cultural expression, as I believe that is the best way to reintroduce Indonesian culture, which is to twist and modernize something traditional to interest the newer generations. I have always been interested in Indonesian architecture, as most are very different than what I usually see, and they hold a lot of meaning. So I decided that in this personal project, I'll be choosing 2 Indonesian traditional houses and put my own modern twist to it. The first traditional house I choose is Rumah Adat Joglo from Yogyakarta. I choose this house as it has many distinctive features, such as the interesting roof shape, 4 pillars on each side, and a small meeting area in front of the house. This traditional design house was also interesting because the design was also influenced by the Dutch. Before making the final product, I did some drafting and planning. I highlighted the features of the house that I wanted to stay for the final product. I kept the shape of the roof, the 4 pillars, and the small meeting area in the front of the house. The changes I made is that I elevated the base foundation, made the house more rectangular, and added fences that connects the pillars. The second traditional house is Surwa Panggung Jambi from Marga Jambi clan. The house is supported by 30 pillars, 24 main pillars, and 6 supporting pillars. The house has 2 entrances, on the front and on the right side. The roof is usually decorated with sculptures of fishes that represent the people, as they are fishers, and flowers to represent the flourishing fauna present in Jambi. For the final design, I've decided that the house would have a more modern silhouette, with 2 floors, a balcony, and an overhang section. I still kept the roof shape and added 30 pillars in total at the bottom of the house. And that was my product for the personal project. In this personal project, I have faced many difficulties while working on this product, such as I had a hard time making the final design for the product and was often limited to the programming software I used. Even after playing around and testing the SketchUp software, I was still oftentimes confused on what I should do to achieve a certain look. Overall, this personal project has been a good experience. I was able to apply research skills and communication skills, from researching more about Indonesian culture and communicating to my supervisors when I'm confused. Personal project has definitely taught me the importance of managing my time well so I don't get stressed, and to answer more questions to others when I am confused. Thanks again for watching this video.
Hi, my name is Vincent from grade 10. Today I will be representing my personal project. Enjoy. I created a short movie and dubbing it in Japanese that I've learned for a couple of months. But before getting right into it, I'm going to explain what's my product about. The product that I made is a short movie that is displaying my daily life before and after Corona. My global context is personal and cultural expression, because personally I want to learn a new language, which is Japanese, and express it in the form of a movie as a proof that I achieved my goal. The reason why I chose to learn Japanese is because I really love Japanese culture. I really love watching anime and listening to Japanese music, which makes me want to watch anime without needing a subtitle anymore. These are some short clips that I got from my product. The right video is my daily life during the pandemic, while the left hand side is my daily life before the corona take place. Asaro kuchuko ni okimasu ka? Demo, パンデミックのため、学校に行くのにそれほど準備する必要がないので、俺長くする。私はいつも最初は青を磨く。しかし、次回はこのパンデミックの私はお風呂に入らず、ただ顔をきれいにすることです。It was really tough for me to decide what kind of movie I will make, but it comes through my mind that I should take this chance while we are still in quarantine. I decided to make a movie based on my real life situations. Before recording or filming, I need to write the script and improvise it countless of times. But I read the scripts in English first. I also need to list things that I did during the pandemic and before COVID-19 occurred. It's actually really hard for me to take some of the scenes alone, so I asked my friend to help me record some scenes. After everything was done, finally I had all the requirements to make the short movie. The editing process takes a lot of times, but I tried to learn a lot of new techniques and making it look as perfect as possible. Overall, it's not that difficult, but it requires a lot of dedication and time. Reading the script in Japanese is really challenging. It was not what I expected at first. I thought it would be very simple, but when I finally tried it, it takes me around 10 to 50 times to read to each paragraph. Even though I have learned and understand when people are speaking, but I realized that speaking and hearing are not the same things. After exporting the movie, some of the scenes got corrupted, and after researching on YouTube and every other reliable resources, I still haven't found the solution. Nonetheless, I'm forced to make it from scratch again, but thankfully I have a backup file containing my unedited scenes. But this time, I use iMovie to combine the scene and add more elements of editing in Adobe Premiere to make it look even better. In the end, I'm really grateful that the first movie that I made is corrupted, because when I remake the movie again, suddenly I have gained more ideas to put in and the results are way better than the first one I made. As you can see that my pronunciation isn't that great enough. Hence, I'm still going to keep practicing it every day until I perfected it. Personally, learning Japanese is quite hard in the beginning, though after learning it day by day, I became more familiar with the language. Therefore, it becomes much more easier to understand. I use an app called Duolingo and sometimes I watch free online courses and anime to help me learn. But the most important part to learn a new language is you need to be very consistent. You need to get used to its language. That's why the fastest way to learn a new language is to live in a country or environment where that language is spoken. To get a better understanding of the language, you need to know the culture. And to know the culture, you have to understand the people. Upon the countless time I spent on this product, I was pretty satisfied with the result that I got. I gained a lot of knowledge and new experience during this project. I was able to take this opportunity to learn a new language and I had a quite fun time learning. The biggest challenge for me throughout the process was learning the language, and there was some problem that happened when I tried to edit my movie. I was able to pull out this project successfully because of Miss Nakashima. I'm very grateful to her because she was the one who gave me advice and helped me to start, and some tips on what should I do. Although this project has ended, I will still yearn for a new kind of knowledge and learning it furtherly. I hope you had a great time listening to my personal project. Thank you and take care.
A year ago, on December 30th, a 34-year-old ophthalmologist from Wuhan, China, posted a message in his WeChat group alerting fellow doctors that a new disease had emerged in his hospital. A year later, the pandemic rages on. Eunice Yoon.
Coronavirus.
COVID.
Tonight with the coronavirus.
Just on the coronavirus.
COVID-19.
Hi, my name is Victoria Ashley Pramoko from Sekolah Ciputra, and this is my personal project. The COVID-19 virus has taken the world by storm. This contagious virus has numbers of patients rising and increasing rapidly each day. With the ongoing pandemic we're experiencing, we would have to avoid the virus by using masks, washing our hands, and sanitizing at all times. The global context of this personal project of mine is scientific and technological innovations. To create an impact using innovations and advances to the environment and society. It also means having both society and environment adapt to the technological innovations. Lastly, it also means having humans adapt to their environmental needs. My 3 inquiry questions are: what are the benefits? Why does it need to be in an enclosed compartment? And is it safe to use? This is beneficial because the product reduces risk of COVID-19 due to how it kills bacteria and viruses on objects using the UVC light. This product needs to be an enclosed compartment due to the dangers of exposing light to the skin or eyes. And lastly, the product is safe to use due to it being enclosed and does not expose light, making it has less chances of contacting the skin or eyes. Product is a compartment that sterilizes belongings, as the more the number of people infected, the less freedom we have. That is why it's important to keep ourselves and objects around us sanitized and clean to avoid the risk of getting the virus. For example, getting food deliveries or groceries could be risky because of the contact it has with people outside. But with this product, it reduces risk of germs, bacteria, and viruses. And this is my final product. The strengths I had while making this product was knowing what to do by brainstorming and also managing my time. The challenges I faced and I had during the process of my personal project was being new to making the product itself, and so on. I had difficulties in understanding on what to do with the reports, although I managed to go through everything slowly.
Hey guys, Sinan from 10B here. I'm doing a personal project where I do vertical training or improving your jumping ability for 2 months. I will be focusing on enhancing the muscle strength because muscle strength plays a big role when it comes down to explosiveness. That includes not only jumping but speed too. My global context for this project is identities and relationships because my chosen topic is related to physical health, and in this project I'm helping people to enhance their physical attribute related to explosiveness. I myself conduct the exercises about explosiveness. My inquiry question, or factual: what exercises can improve jumping ability? Conceptual: how will I jump higher? Debatable: can vertical training affect your speed too? From my younger days, I was always the smallest in my grade, hence I was always made fun of because of my size. Not only that, but I'm also underestimated by a lot of people, students, teachers, everyone, even my own family member underestimated me because of my size. Most of the time in sports, I was always the last pick of an option because of my size. With that happening, I decided to train my lower physical attribute or explosiveness to make up for my size. In this project, I want to help people, mainly undersized people, how to enhance their explosiveness, the way to do it, how to expedite the results or the process, and information about the exercises in a form of video. After doing the exercise for 2 months, my vertical increased by 15 centimeter. I've uploaded the full video in my YouTube channel. If you're interested, you can visit this channel and watch the full demonstration of the exercises. The strength in my project is I'm able to come up with exercises for enhancing explosiveness, and not only the exercises but the diets too, for supporting the vertical training. In these exercises, I came up with my own technique of exercising, which has the same result as or with the normal technique, but I put a little bit of twist, more easier for you guys to conduct. Not everything is perfect. In this project, I faced multiple challenges a lot. One being doing the diet properly, that's first. Resisting delicious food, really hard because there's a lot of family members living out there. Doing the exercise 5 days in a row or in a week, or consistently. And when it's rest day, I sometimes overeat because I really want it. So it's pretty difficult. So yeah, but I managed to overcome all of them because I have a high dedication towards this project, and the reason I like this project a lot because it's good for the future. For example, if you want to be an athlete, if you want to play a sport that's related to explosiveness or speed and jumping, you can conduct this experiment. If you want to be in a D1 team, you can conduct this exercises, the exercises that I recommend to you lot. And if you want to be part of the team, if you want to be good at the team, you can conduct these exercises that I share to you lot. It's beneficial. It's really beneficial. So yeah, that's my message. Thank you for listening, and once again, I hope you visit my channel, take a look at it, comment it if you want, leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, see you then 10B.